Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all the records. We rank them from worst to best. We give our biggest banger sticker from each of them if we got them, and we try to have a good time doing it. My name is Tyler, and way out there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button, dude. That's all I have for the boring intro. We also normally start with our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. That's where we start with whatever band we're doing, connect them to Tom DeLonge and Blink. I didn't do my homework. Did you do your homework?
No. Nah.
Yeah, I didn't do it this week either.
We're still in World Cup mode, dude.
Yeah, World Cup mode is just taking over.
Can't expect too much out of us.
Yes, that is correct. So, but this week we are doing Guttermouth. The reason we're doing Guttermouth is because I'm going to see them next weekend, and I'm excited for that. I haven't seen them in at least 15 years. It's been so long since I've last seen them.
They're gonna be so bad.
Yes. Oh, they're gonna be terrible. They're gonna be fucking terrible. Tickets were $25. Tickets were $25.
Oh, it's so funny. It's gonna be.
That's
so
after the
fucking
fees.
Bad.
$25 after the fees and all that. So, but yeah, it'll be fun though. You know, it's Guttermouth. It's gonna be fun. So that's why we're doing it this week. That's kind of the theme for this year. You know, if one of us is going to go see a band, we're gonna do that band or multiple bands before we go see them. So anyway. Guttermouth have 9 records. Let's get into them 9-1. What is your least favorite Guttermouth record? Go.
Gusto. Go for the gusto. You're not supposed to. I don't know what happened here. Very different sound. This is pretty straightforward, like a pop album for them. There's definitely some experimental stuff, which I do appreciate. Right? They got Emily from Tsunami Bomb to do a couple tracks. And one of them is like a straight up like B-52s kind of song. There's a pirate song on here for some reason. And it ends with Mark doing the spoken word thing that's like really tame compared to what like we normally expect from Mark. So like I said, I do respect them for attempting to change and break out of their formula because they have a formula as far as like the music goes. But like we really don't listen to Guttermouth more for the music. It's more for Mark. So I do respect them for trying to change it, but nobody like this. But there are some bangers on here, right? I'm not going to say there's not bangers here.
In the Shower?
Campfire Girl, that's a solid song.
That's a good one.
I think Gusto's not a bad song. I think it's fun. It's stupid. It's silly. Start with the little triangle. Go over to Gusto, you're not supposed to. I think it's fun. But Pee in the Shower is my favorite song, like by far. I love it. I think it's hilarious. And I like how he says, not me, not me. Like how he says it all nasally. I don't know. I like it a lot. It's catchy.
Good.
What are you going to do?
All right. My number 9. Yeah. Gusto. I don't know. However you want to pronounce it. It's their 7th record, 2002. It's not a bad record. It's just their least exciting one. Slower jams for them. And I honestly, I think they made this record in response to, you know, they got a lot of good feedback from Covered with Ants, the record just before this. And that was where they kind of went more pop as well. Like they were becoming way more melodic on that record. That was their first Epitaph release. And I think they thought maybe if we try a little bit harder and we try to make like more conventional type songs, maybe it'll take off. But it did not at all. Yeah. Even like in retrospect, the band's like, we don't know what we or Mark's like, I don't know why we did this record. So yeah, Gusto and Pee in the Shower is the best song. Easily the best song. But Campfire Girl is also solid, too. I do like that song a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so what do you got for number 8?
From here on out, I probably would get all of these on the vinyls if I don't already have them on the vinyls, just because, like, the Bouncing Souls, it's Guttermouth, it's fun. Full length, their first full-length LP. So there's, and I do have one of their EP, their second EP, Puke or Vomit. I have Puke, the orange one.
Yeah, Puke, yeah.
So they do have... They have the album formerly known as Full Length, which has all the EP songs on it, but like the first full length that is just their first record. Because on Spotify, this doesn't show it. That's their first record. It's their first record plus all the bonus tracks. Still like 20 fucking songs in this thing. But anyway, it's pretty like straightforward, like hardcore punk. Like these songs are aggressive, but the wit here is just kind of shining through. Like the best songs, 1, 2, 3 Slam for sure.
Of course.
The wildest lyrics on this record. They're funny. They're pretty edgy. But this is 91, right? Like Guttermouth formed in like the 80s, and so they're kind of like up there with like OG hardcore punk guys. And so when you kind of like later on we'll compare them to like NoFX a lot and the Vandals a lot, but they were there from the beginning almost. Like they've been around for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
So
and Mark's been making music since 1984.
Yeah,
like he that was his first band, was like called Republic, I think.
Republic
in 84.
Guadalajara.
Guadalajara. And then the band formed in 89, or this band Guttermouth formed in 89.
So like a lot of the other Nitro scene Fat Wreck bands, you know, in the 90s and late 90s, like Guttermouth did it almost a decade before them, and we're doing it and been around a while. So they do get a lot of passes, and that's why a lot of their music doesn't get as made fun of as much, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, full length LP. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's fun. It's something I enjoy listening to. It's the first record. They're not fully formed here. Mark's wit will triple down, quadruple down on later albums, and that's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So this is also my number 8 full length from 91, first record. I agree with everything you said. Like, it's not quite as witty or sarcastic as the later records, or even the record after this, like Friendly People. I mean, Friendly People is like just leaps and bounds better than this one. Not to say that this is bad, but this is kind of like, it's almost like the first NoFX record. It's a great punk and hardcore record, but it's not representative of what NoFX became. So and honestly, I'm with you too. From here on out, I would get this on vinyl. I don't have this on vinyl, but I would get this. I would get this and everything else. Really, the only records I don't have are Terry Yakamoto, and I don't have Shave the Planet. And Shave the Planet is only because it's never been pressed. But I could have got Terry because you had a couple in your store for a long time.
I know,
but not anymore.
I sold one for really cheap, and I took one home.
There you go. And I missed out. But I think they repressed that. That was the repress, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I'm sure you could still get it for pretty cheap. I just haven't looked.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
But yeah. Anyway, this is a great record. It's a lot of fun. 1, 2, 3 Slam is the best record. This is also their only record on Doctor Strange Records, which is a local label, but a popular punk label here in Southern California. And what's fun about this too, they put it out in 91 with one album artwork. 92 they came out with the CD version, and the cover of the CD was them burning the vinyl version of it, like with a lighter. And then in 1996, Nitro, after they signed to Nitro, they released this on CD in 96. But it's cool. So
it's good. It's fun.
What do you got for number 7?
I got some wild rankings here later on. They got to go somewhere, and you're not going to like some of these because fuck you know anyway. Gorgeous, fifth record, low. 99. I don't have a lot of things to say except like this just isn't it. Like this is not it. It's not Musical Monkey, so it's not witty and punk and gritty like that is, and it's not Covered with Ants. It's not deep. It's not catchy. It's not polished like that. It's just this weird in-between record. And I think I would have liked this more had I listened to this as it came out. I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, that's such a good stepping stone for them. I can't wait to see what the next album sounds like. But because we came in later on, maybe that's why. But this isn't as good as those two records. And whatever you want out of Guttermouth, those two records do all of it better. That's my only knock for this. It's still really good. There are still some killer songs on here. My banger's Power Up. Dude, incredible fucking song. I think it's hilarious because you think, oh, we're going to get this dog shit acoustic. Like, what the fuck is this? And then it turns into like this fucking amazing, just wild punk songs. And I mean, I'll say some negative things later on about your favorite album, but my least favorite song here is Power Up also, the introduction, because like, it's just not that funny. And you're funny, bro. We know you can be funny. Don't try so hard. You don't got to try so hard.
His whole career is trying too hard.
When he doesn't try so hard, though, it's so fucking good. when he tries to like the I guess we can get it later on because we're not gonna talk about it anyway.
Yeah, it's true. we don't. There's not like a lot written about this band, and musically there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, it's all good, it's all fun, but there's not a ton to talk about. So yeah, my number 7, Terry Yakamoto, third record from '95. This one just sounds like they're trying to be like their contemporaries a little bit, like NoFX, the Vandals, and things like that. The Offspring, even. I mean, the title track, Terry Yakamoto, sounds a lot like NoFX. The way that the guitars
sure.
are playing,
literally a NoFX song.
the way he's trying to sing, and honestly, I think it might be intentional to just kind of like poke fun at them, because then they also have another song, the last song on the record, Under the Sea. This is clearly like kind of a knock on the Vandals, or just kind of teasing the Vandals.
Yeah,
because this sounds like a goofier, poppier song, like some of the Vandal songs are.
it sounds like something that would be on like Hitler Good.
Yeah,
Vandals
exactly.
Bad.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But the album is solid. It's honestly a refined version of Friendly People. They haven't quite hit their stride with the sarcasm, but you know, the production's better, the mix is better, and all that. And this one too, I didn't realize this, but this is the start of like all the the lineup changes, because this band has had so many lineup changes.
So many. But
they also recorded this whole record. And they're like, this sounds like shit. So they got a new producer and they re-recorded the whole record, and that's what we hear on this. That's what was eventually released.
They got a good producer too, a guy that like he's no slouch. Like he's worked with some pretty big names. He worked with NoFX, but he's no slouch.
Yeah, so that's my number 7. So what do you got for number 6?
Eat Your Face.
That's the album of the week, baby.
Eat Your Face.
Album of the week.
Crazy,
so
I know.
We'll get into that on the main episode, so don't get mad at us now. You know, we'll break it down even further. So my number 6 then is Gorgeous, their 5th record from 1998. This is the last one they did on Nitro Records. Ty Smith joined the band prior to the recording of this record. Ty Smith is significant because he was in another band that you and I really, really, really like. And he actually quit Guttermouth to join Bullets and Octane. And we've talked about Bullets and Octane a lot on this pod.
And he's a really fucking good drummer.
And he is a great fucking drummer. You and I have met him a few times, you know, before Bullets gigs and all that. We've talked about Guttermouth with him, like his time with Guttermouth. Like,
and every time he mention anything and he smiles and he's like, oh yeah, there we go.
He was always positive about it, but he always like looked at it as a joke, because it is a joke. And even Mark Adkins says this band is a joke. Yeah, absolutely. This
supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, you're missing the joke if you don't get it. But yeah, I think Gorgeous is the heaviest thing they've put out. They're most aggressive, not heaviest per se, but they're most aggressive. But they're still the melodies. The melodies are still here, but it's just a bigger sounding production. It's just a great heavy punk record. That's what this is. I think Gorgeous is great. You and I both have this on vinyl already. We got the RSD from your store, Desert Cruise Records. So no, it's really good. Banger is Hit Machine. I do like that, the opener. But yeah, what do you got for number 5?
That's good. Number 5, Terry Yakamoto. But yeah, dude, this is so like this and Friendly People are very, very close in sound. I do think this one runs a bit deeper with melody. I think everything here is just a little bit more refined, but like I think that's just better because that's more representative of what they want the band to sound like. But I think if you take the aggro lyrics out of this record and Friendly People, then you're just kind of comparing which one has more interesting songs. And I think this one does have more interesting songs, like the structure of them a little bit more melodic. It leans more into like the punk rock scene rather than the hardcore punk, I guess. It's bouncier, but then you sound like NoFX, man. And yeah, Terry Yakamoto, that title track. And I think you're right. I think it is kind of like supposed to sound like NoFX, but holy fuck, it sounds identical to NoFX. And there's so much Vandals and NoFX all over this record. But I think that is intentional. But then that's why it's here. So I have really no negative. I think Under the Sea is one of the weaker tracks, but it's a joke song, so whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's still kind of funny. If I lived under the sea. But Trinket Trading, Tick Totin', Toothless Tired Tramps, the 70s. Jesus. That was my favorite one, just because like it sounds like a Musical Monkey song. Like the bass tones are identical to Musical Monkey. The little guitar lead that we hear, like they'll throw a lot of that shit over on Musical Monkey. It's just a cool little template for what's going to be their magnum opus.
Okay, we'll see if it's their magnum opus.
No, I'm telling you, it is. Spoilers. It's number one. That's the best.
But in the end, we're also kind of splitting hairs on what we don't like about these records, except for Gusto, because every record is so fucking good. It's so much fun, so much fun. So my number 5 is Friendly People, their second record from '93. This one was the first on Nitro, and actually they were the first band signed to Nitro Records, which is, the Dexter Holland from The Offspring. It's his label. So this is the first album under Nitro for the label and the band, and it kind of was gaining some steam, and the band were getting some recognition by their peers and by fans. And then they went on tour for this record, and it just kind of fell apart. They got banned from a bunch of cities. They got blacklisted by other bands, and then at some point they played out in San Bernardino here in California, at the Glen Helen Pavilion, which I'm sure a lot of people in this area know where that is. They got They got in trouble for inciting a riot at that venue. So yeah, the album cycle for this was kind of a disaster, but the album is just raw. It's catchy. This is where they've realized, oh, we can just be like a completely joke band and just be offensive, and it's okay. Like fuck everybody who's going to criticize us. We're just going to be kind of as offensive as we want. I mean, there's a song called Asshole on here, and that's my favorite song on the record, but it's just, this record's just so much fun. And I do have an OG of this on vinyl, so huge shout out.
My OG.
I have your OG that I ended up trading you for other things. So yeah, but you have an OG now, so that's
lucky for
fine.
you. I have an OG as well.
You did get one, yeah. But Friendly People is it's just such a solid, fun record. I've always loved this one. So, what do you got for number 4?
That's my number 4, Friendly People, second record. Yeah, this was like their first attempt at creating kind of like more melodic hardcore punk songs, right? They have actual melodic songs here, but then we get just their more obnoxious punk songs that they'll do later on. So it's the first time they're writing like Musical Monkey. We also get the horn section of Voodoo Glow Skulls, which is fucking rad, super cool, super hyper local, and it's I don't know, it's a good intro to like their antagonistic side without really getting into like the really melodic stuff, because like there's not a whole lot on this record that I think is like, damn, that was a catchy fucking song, dude. That's just good, catchy songwriting. It's good job. There's a couple there, but not like Uncovered with Hands or whatever. But god damn, bro. Like PC, that song is fucking wild.
That song is fucking wild.
And like
for
this is what you're touring on?
Yeah,
90, yeah, like okay, so then the other song I wanted to, not the weakest song, but I chose Derek because that was like their popular song that was getting traction. It was on several other comps at the time. But like, dude, the breakdown part in this is fucking AFI. Early AFI, the breakdown in Derek is identical to early AFI. And I was like, holy shit, that is fucking wild. And of course, it's on the same time, not the same geographic location, but same label. And this is a year before AFI. AFI, I think maybe, I'm going to say they took it and perfected it, but it sounds a lot like AFI, and it was really cool. But yeah, PC, man, like, he did everything in the song except drop the N-word. That's the only thing he didn't do.
He was trying so hard to be offensive.
And I think I think I don't know, man. I think if you get him enough drinks in him now, he probably would say, because he says like he's talking about being PC, and he's like, that's calling my Siberian Husky a Husky is like calling a Mexican American a Mexican, or the African American a black, or and then he's a stupid fucking faggot or something like that. He says, but I was like, I don't know, man. You get enough drinks in him now, I think he probably might drop an N-bomb just to. You know what I mean? In Long Beach?
I think he would not do that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. And the fact that, I mean, there are songs on Eat Your Face where he just straight up makes fun of the people of Long Beach, like the Bros and all that shit in Long Beach, for just being assholes. So I don't see him. I don't see him dropping the N-word. But then they've also, we'll get into it on the main episode, but the Australian tour. But
oh my God. Yeah, Friendly People. So I agree. I think this. I mean, dude, there are not a lot of punk bands that exist just to to self-sabotage by design, right? In some capacity, every band that starts kind of wants to make it. They kind of want to make a living off of this. Not Guttermouth, like right out the gate, dude. They didn't give a fucking shit. And Mark was whatever, man. I'm cool working at.
They were honestly like the most punk band of all the punk bands, you know.
Yeah, they don't ever want to do anything. They're signed to Volcom at some point. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So my number four is Covered with Ants. Their sixth record from 2001.
What? You think Eat Your Face is better than Covered with Ants?
I do love Covered with Ants, and I'm stoked on my repress that I got a few years ago. This is the first record on Epitaph. This is clearly the most polished and catchiest record they've ever done, and also the least offensive they've ever done. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, did Brett Gurewitz kind of say, like, hey guys, kind of like we're all friends, we know this, but can you kind of just like chill on this release, like just a little bit, just like pull it back a little bit, so you could sell some records, we could make a cool video. But and that's what they did, and then they also experimented with some different instruments, like an organ and a fiddle on a couple songs. But yeah,
like
this is
10-minute song cramming up your ass with a piano interlude.
I know, like what the fuck, it's so stupid. But yeah, no, this is still a great record. Every song stands out. This is one of those records where every single song stands out from the other, has its own unique kind of thing to it. But I do love Covered with Ants. I really, truly do. Banger is Black Enforcers. How can you not love that song? It's a song that a lot of people don't talk about, but god damn, it's a banger.
It's so frantic.
It is. And I maybe I've said this because we did Covered with Ants on the podcast like in the early days of the podcast, lost episode. But the song Secure Horizons, Secure Horizons, the one that's on the streaming sites, is not the same version that's on the CD version that I had when the CD came out, because I got the CD when it came out. It's a different version. The one that's on streaming right now is the version that's on the Punkorama 5, I believe. So it's like a demo version of Secure Horizons. It's definitely not the version that was on the original CD, and that annoys me that they don't have the actual album version on streaming services.
Do you confirm this, or this is just like you're trying to Mandela yourself?
I mean, I did not confirm it, but it is different. Like it sounds, because you could totally hear the difference, because it sounds like a demo. Like even when the
guitar does sound blown out in the
it sounds more like a demo, and the one on Punkorama was like the blown out, the kind of demo sounding version, but the one on the actual CD version of the record is different. And I think my vinyl copy is the demo version too, but I'd have to double check. I didn't listen to it this week on vinyl.
Good thing you did homework. I like it. Good job.
Yeah, anyway, but Covered with Ants, love it. So what do you got for number 3?
That's low. I'm gonna say right now that's low. Covered with Ants is better than Eat Your Face. That's a fact.
Okay.
Shade the Planet. Shade the Planet is their third best record, and that's a fact. 9th record, 2006. While Eat Your Face was a good return to form, a good throwback to their punk roots, solid. They never really been great at the punk sound, so why do we care? They're not a great punk band. They're the best when Mark is being witty. And so now we have Shade the Planet, and Mark is he's trying really hard, and he's really bringing it, right? He's really bringing it, and when Mark is bringing the heat, we get something like this. Late stage, but it's fucking amazing. Capitalizing from plump mistakes. Like, that's my favorite song on this thing.
It's so good.
It's very Covered with Ants sounding. It's kind of got like that pacing to it. But there's like a solid 4 songs on here that I think, like, god damn, dude, this is some of the best. First of all, the best melodies you've written, and then also just your lyrics are fucking hilarious. And even still, like, listening to this in my record shop, like when he yells out like, I got autism, and then like that, it's still like, nuts. Wow, man.
Even back then, it was like, damn.
Everybody's always just like looks out like, who is this? Oh, yeah, it's Guttermouth. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Even if you never heard Guttermouth, like, what do you think Guttermouth sounds like? It sounds exactly like that.
Sounds like
I think this is an incredible record. I think this is what they had been looking for pretty much since like Covered with Ants, and they got one here.
Mm-hmm. They did. All right, my number 3 is Shave the Planet as well.
You're crazy with
their ninth.
That's wild.
Their 9th record. Their honestly their last record. This is from 2006. This came out when I was working at Tower Records, and I ordered the CD. You know, I pre-ordered the CD when I worked there, and it showed up. You know, when the day it came out, and dude, I was just obsessed with this fucking CD. And I would try to play it at work at Tower Records, and my manager would just come up and go, "Nah, dude, if you're gonna play this, play it after 10 p.m. because then we won't get in trouble." You know, because it's kind of offensive. And I said, "Yeah, I get it. Okay, it's fine." So I was only allowed to play this CD after 10 o'clock at night because we closed at midnight. But yeah, no, this record is out of control, man. It's lyrically, it's just a fuck you to everything, just everything, politics to people to just it's just a giant fuck you to everything. And musically, it's sloppy as hell. There's lead guitar and solos all over the place, but that's what gives it its charm, is its sloppiness. Like, there are songs that don't even sound like they're fully fledged out. Like, even like the song Flaccidism, like what you were saying, like the I've Got Autism, like that song doesn't even sound like a full song. Like, it's only like 1:45 long, but it's there's no real ending to that song, and that's how a couple of them are. But then the first 5 songs on the record are just like boom, 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 banger, 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 like 12 to 15 minutes of just perfection. Like, it's so those first 5 songs are just unmatched in their catalog.
It's like a 20-minute album, too. It's essentially like an EP, right? 10 songs,
yeah,
like 20,
essentially, yeah.
25 minutes.
But I love this record. And this is, like I said, this is the only one that has not been pressed. But right now, Guttermouth are all kind of on a roll of repressing all of their records. Yeah. And they've repressed shit and pressed stuff that they've never pressed before, like Eat Your Face, never been pressed until last year. So soon, hopefully, we'll get Shave the Planet on vinyl, because this record is out of control.
This record's something else.
I mean, you have to listen to it to really understand kind of how out of control it is. Banger, though, capitalizing from Plump Mistakes. It really is the best song on here. It's catchy. It's so fucking catchy, and it's so clever. Those lyrics, the rhyming are so clever. And then, of course, Flaccidism. You have to throw it up for Flaccidism, because even like the beginning part it is offensive or whatever. But the song itself is really good. And Primate Camp. Goddamn, Primate Camp is something else too. That's just such a standout track.
I think it's that last part when he's Primate Camp.
It kind of goes halftime, but really heavy. Yeah. Just like soloing all over that song too, like Primate Camp, just solos. Just that's what's so crazy about this dude.
Ripping it up.
Guitar solos all over this record. They just did not give a fuck at all. Love it. Love Shave the Planet.
Primate Camp.
So what do you got for number 2?
Number 2, Covered with Ants. Covered with Ants.
Good girl.
I mean, obviously, Musical Monkey's my favorite. I do think that's their best. On the other side of the token, when they really put their mind to something and we're like, yo, maybe we should put out a record that sounds good. That way we can make a little bit of money so we can keep touring. That's when we got Covered with Ants. I don't think you can ever replicate Musical Monkey as time goes on. But Covered with Ants, I think, is them trying to be musicians. I think these songs are pretty realized. Like these are good stuff. You know what I mean? And like I'm Destroying the World. That's a song that has a lot of different instruments on it, and it sounds good. And they got one of the guys from Mad Caddies who play the banjo, and it's just this really cool kind of realized song. And there's a lot of different instruments going on over here, and it's heavy. Some of these songs are fucking heavy. Some of the heaviest they've ever done. And Blackened Forces, I agree. It's fucking wild, right? Like, it just opens up with We Run with a Knife. Everybody knows We Run with a Knife. Okay? But, like, Chug-a-Lug, fucking banger. She's got the look, Secure Horizons. And then we'll get into, like, our origin story and then kind of brought some ambition and stuff. But, yeah, I think this is their best, most cohesive sounding record. If you wanted to get your band signed, if Guttermouth wanted to get themselves signed in the discography, they would hand this in.
Yeah, yeah, it's their most radio friendly record.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, She's Got the Look was on K-Rock. So there you go. Hint, hint. But okay, so good. Covered with Ants is your number two. Good. My number two. You ready for this one?
Dude, I'm fucking turning this shit off right now. I swear to God.
It is Eat Your Face.
I know it.
But honestly, Eat Your Face, I love it so much.
Keep going. Just keep going.
I love it so much, but so it could be interchangeable with Musical Monkey.
No, it can't.
But Musical Monkey is my number one. It's obviously your number one as well. So get into it.
Yes. It's not just because like this is like my introduction to Guttermouth and like blah blah blah. I think these songs are the best of all of their worlds. Like wit, these are fucking witty as hell, right? Like Do the Hustle, we'll talk about, and when we do our top tens. Lucky the Donkey, fucking witty. But you get like Perfect World. Perfect World's kind of like the pop song on the record. That's super, super witty. Corpse Riding in Hell. There's not even fucking lyrics to that one. But it's still witty because it's good and it sets out to make fun of something and it does it without even speaking. This is a witty record. I don't know, maybe Mark is like the punk version of Jimmy Pop because these are fucking witty songs. But then they're also like catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Big Pink Dress is catchy. These are songs are catchy. Lipstick is fucking catchy.
It's so catchy. That's
Perfect
Tammy's
World
favorite
is
song.
catchy. These are fucking catchy melodies. So, and it's all under 30 minutes, man. 15 songs under 30 minutes. I don't think it gets better than this. And the other side, like when we talk, they're not a great punk band. They're not really a great punk band. They don't really have anything that's defining to them. But all these songs sound different, right? Like they all sound a little bit different. Nothing really sounds like anything else. And I think like maybe Gold and Musical Monkey and SDFB, Suck a Dick for Beer, those are probably the ones that like kind of go off the rails, like get a little samey. But even like What If, man, I love What If because I think that is incredibly witty. That just shows like, damn, you guys know a lot about music. You can play those types of songs to make fun of the music that you're playing and also making fun of. It's cool. I don't know. I love this. I think this is such an incredible record and should be talked way more about in the pop punk scene. Not pop punk, but like in the pop echelon of punk music.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. It's so underrated. It's so witty. It's so clever and quick and fast. Like the songs and lyrics too. Like everything, the way he presents the songs, they're just, god damn, dude. Everything about this record is damn near perfect. It's so good. But because they have such a bad reputation within the scene for being controversial, they're never going to get that recognition. But they deserve it. Their music deserves it. It's not the most complex or complicated type of music, but neither was the Sex Pistols, neither was the Ramones. You know, it's just like punk is not meant to be like
crazy.
Meant to be like, you know, super fucking crazy and heavy, or like the Germs. Like the Germs are fucking garbage. The Germs are garbage, but yet they're held in such high esteem. But a band like Guttermouth, who actually have like fun lyrics or like lyrics that actually like kind of offend people, you know, that's kind of like the punk ethos, right? You know, you offend the status quo, and the status quo, like punk has gotten so status quo, you know, over the decades. And
oh yeah, Mark still rails on it.
Still
album of the week,
rails
he'll talk a lot about it, and that's still 20 years ago.
I know, still does. But yeah, Musical Monkey is just, it's fantastic. I just you nailed it. You said everything. Do the Hustle is my favorite on this record as well, and my favorite Guttermouth song. So we did do this on the podcast, so that's why we're not doing it again this week, because we have done it before. So go listen to that if you want to, because we did break it down, Musical Monkey down. But let's get into our top 10 favorite Guttermouth songs.
Guttermouth songs.
That's what we do at the end of these rankings episodes. So what do you got? 10 to 1, go.
I don't know. I had a lot on here. Then I was moving them around. I was like, I don't fucking care anymore. This is too hard. I like these.
It was so hard.
So I'm not gonna complain too much. Whatever. I'm Destroying the World, number 10 from Covered with Ants. Primate Camp, Shave the Planet. Blackened Forces, Covered with Ants. Flaccidism, Shave the Planet. Lipstick, musical. Big Pink Dress, Musical Monkey. Capitalizing from Plump Mistakes from Shave the Planet. Lucky the Donkey from Musical. Man, that sounds wild. Can I Borrow Some Ambition from Covered with Ants, and then Do the Hustle from Musical Monkeys.
Love it. All right, so my number 10 is Hit Machine from Gorgeous, the opener there. My number 9 is Secure Horizons from Covered with Ants. Number 8, Black Enforcers from Covered with Ants. Number 7, Perfect World from Musical Monkey. Number 6, Primate Camp from Shave the Planet. Number 5, Surf's Up Asshole from Eat Your Face. Number 4, Capitalizing from Plump Mistakes from Shave the Planet. Number 3, 1-2-3 Slam from the full-length LP. And then my number 2, Hot Dog to the Head. I'm not going to say the full title because it's way too much and I don't remember. That's my number 2 is Hot Dog to the Head from Eat Your Face. And then my number 1, Do the Hustle from Musical Monkey. So.
Song is so funny.
Which one?
Hot Dog
to the Head. It's so good. It's so good.
I think that's like I love
Wiener to the
Guttermouth. We
face.
love Guttermouth, but I think Hot Dog to the Head probably makes me laugh for sure more than any other song that they've
It's
ever
so
done.
immature. It's so immature.
Between the tits, do you like the lisp? It's good.
We'll get into it on the main episode.
We'll get
have
into
to
the
have something
main
to talk about. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button. Do the kids say. And that's it. That's all.